tell you what, a lot of people are counting out Petr Yan, and I feel like they're making a mistake. This guy, supposedly, he had a broke hand in their first match, and when you watch them fight, it kind of does look like he has a broke hand. He's not winging it with full power.
I think Peter's gonna do it too, dude.
Damn, he's probably such a massive underdog right now. I still don't know odds, like plus my, I still just can't figure it out. I know it's like if it's minus, it's whatever, 100, 400, put $2 down, get 80 cents. So it's like whatever. I mean,
Merab with the victory and the finish over Petr Yan. I'm gonna have to put you pound for pound, bro, the best fighter, because nobody's taking those chances. Yeah, you can knock somebody out if you're only doing it twice a damn year. You do it.
Hold on, Henry.
Merab Dvalishvili is all set to create history at UFC 323 as he will take on Petr Yan for his 4th title defense of the year. If he beats Petr, Merab will become the first fighter to defend his belt 4 times in a calendar year. However, MMA Pros warns Merab not to take this as an easy fight because Petr Yan is a tough opponent. Merab Dvalishvili also knows that this won't be an easy fight and acknowledges that Petr Yan is a very tough opponent. He says that even after winning their first fight, Yan didn't give him much respect and likely expected an easy win. Merab adds that Yan was probably surprised the first time, but now he knows how skilled Merab is and will come into the rematch well prepared.
Yeah, Petr Yan is really tough opponent and tough guy for me, for sure. So I always knew that. Even I beat him in the first fight. He don't give me much respect. He was thinking he will like just beat me easy, and then I'm sure he was surprised first time, but now he knows how good I am, and he will be well prepared.
Merab Dvalishvili expects Petr Yan to come into the rematch very strong, which means he also needs to stay fully focused. He admits it's challenging to stay motivated when facing someone he has already beaten, as Yan will now have extra drive. Merab emphasizes that he must maintain an underdog mindset despite being the champion, knowing Yan will adjust his style and come hard. He acknowledges it's difficult to keep that mindset in training and during the fight, but he hopes he can manage it.
You know, I'm sure he will come strong, and then so me, I have to be also focusing. I know it's hard to focus when you beat your opponent first time. Second time, it's hard to like motivation because I'm a winner, but this guy lose against me, and now he will have a more motivation. And so me, I have to keep a same mindset, like same I think underdog mindset. You know, even I'm champion, I have to keep an underdog mindset because I know he's gonna come hard. He's gonna change his like style fights, and yeah, I have to be just. I'm talking now, but it's hard to do when in the training or in the fight. Or I hope I will do it, but you know, it's a new fight and a new date, and we never know.
Petr Yan has clearly said that he plans to finish Merab Dvalishvili early in the rematch. He explains that an early knockout leaves no room for debate and makes the win undeniable. He adds that getting the belt back and settling the score is his main goal, and he believes he has everything needed to beat Merab this time. Petr Yan said, "I want to win early by knockout. When you finish the champ early, it leaves absolutely no talk, no speculations. I want to get the belt back and take my revenge. I have everything it takes to beat him." Meanwhile, Merab Dvalishvili reveals that as a Georgian, he feels he cannot lose to a Russian fighter due to political reasons. He explains that while he can lose to anyone else, matches against Russians carry extra significance. He cites past disrespect and bullying from Russian opponents and emphasizes that despite knowing there are good people everywhere, he strongly opposes Russian politics. For him, every competition against a Russian comes with the added pressure to win.
That you did say, I can lose to anybody, but I cannot lose to Petr Yan. Do you still feel that same way? Merab is a machine.
Yeah, definitely. First time was different because it was a couple of reasons. You know, he was bullied to us, like for me, for Aljo, and he was disrespecting us and stuff like this. And you know, like he's from Russia, I'm from Georgia, and in politics, you know, I don't like Russian politics. You know, I don't have. I mean, everywhere is good people, bad people, but like I don't like Russian politics. You know, and then you know, every time we have a competition against Russians. We have to win, we have to, because
Merab Dvalishvili believes that Peter Yan is a dangerous opponent, noting that one punch or a small mistake can change everything. He says he will train hard and prepare for the toughest scenarios, believing he can make the fight look easy. Merab also recognizes Yan as a better person now and respects him as a former champion, expecting a strong fight.
one punch and one little mistake can change anything, especially against Peter Yan. He's a dangerous opponent. I'm just gonna train hard. I will be ready for worst. I believe I can make it look easy. Hopefully he's a better person now. It's gonna be a good fight. He's a former champion.
Michael Bisping also breaks down what Peter Yan needs to succeed in his rematch against Merab Dvalishvili. He stresses that Yan must start fast and avoid falling behind early, especially in a 5-round fight. Bisping notes that Yan often takes time to find his rhythm, which has worked in 3-round bouts, but in this matchup, giving Merab an early mental edge could be costly. He warns that once Merab feels in control, he can dominate both physically and psychologically, making it crucial for Yan to assert himself from the start.
He's got to get off to a fast start. He can't afford to go 1 round down. Yeah, it's a 5-round fight, and Yan certainly has a 5-round style, so that will help him in this matchup. But often, even in those 3 fights that he did win, he finds his groove in fights. He takes his time. He's not exactly fast out of the gate. You might call that a championship style because he's used to doing 5 rounds. In the 3-round fights that he had, he was able to get away with it. And yeah, this is a 5-round. But even still, you don't want to give Merab that mental advantage, because we saw against Corey Sandhagen, we saw against Sean O'Malley. As soon as he feels that he's in control, then he just starts to run away with it and starts quite literally making fun of his opponents and kissing them and waving at Dana and talking and all kinds of stuff. You don't want to let Merab, who is flying high with confidence, stacking up title defenses like crazy, you don't want to let him get an early mental advantage.
Sean O'Malley also commented on Merab Dvalishvili's current confidence, noting that he's competing in his 4th title fight this year. O'Malley suggested that such a busy schedule might normally take a toll on a fighter's body, but Merab seems different. He described Merab as naturally tough, not overly strict with diet or training routines, and built in a way that allows him to perform despite the grind.
God, Merab is so confident right now. It's his 4th title fight this year, which I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing. I would lean more towards that being a negative than a positive as far as like all around how your body feels. But again, Merab's built different. He really is. He doesn't eat super clean. He doesn't get to the gym and stretch or warm up. He's just built different. So who knows if his body's hurting or broke down, or if he's just running off straight. Georgian rice.
On the other hand, Merab Dvalishvili shares his top 3 pound-for-pound rankings, placing Ilia Topuria at number 1 and Islam Makhachev at number 2. He ranks himself 3rd, noting that with 4 fights this year, he feels he deserves that spot behind those 2.
Ilya number 1 for sure. Islam, he should be number 2 and number 3. I'm fine with number 3. First I have to win, and after even in 3 I'm fine. I'll be good with the 4 wins this year. I'm good. I don't ask much.
Don't rub it in, Merab. Don't rub it in. I'm still salty.
Kamaru Usman also lists his top 3 pound-for-pound fighters as Ilia Topuria, Merab Dvalishvili, and Islam Makhachev. He explains that placing Ilia at number 1 is due to Topuria stopping 2 of the division's all-time greats consecutively, then leaving the belt, moving up a weight class, and defeating another potential GOAT in that division.
This is how I feel. I 100%. I put Merab. Remember how my pound for pound list was: Merab 1. It was Ilia 1, Merab 2, a very close 2, and then you've got Islam, and then you've got Alex Pereira. That's where I have that my top 2. And the reason I have Ilia is Ilia, not only did he stop 2 GOATs of the division back to back, stopped them. He said he was going to stop them. He stopped them, then said, I'm done with this division, left the belt, went up and stopped one of the potential GOATs in that division. And so that's the only reason I have Ilia there.
Umar Nurmagomedov also shared his thoughts on Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan fight and expects Merab to dominate Petr Yan in the rematch. He explained that Merab has improved significantly since their last fight and showed in the Corey Sandhagen matchup that he can apply non-stop pressure for 5 rounds. Umar pointed out that Yan's defense has holes even though his hands are sharp, and said that if Yan can't address those weaknesses, Merab will overwhelm him again.
From last fight with Petr Yan, Merab become much better. Last fight with Corey Sandhagen show we wrestle all night, and it's a very big trouble for Petr Yan. He don't have good defense, but he have good arms. He can do TKO, but if it's not gonna be TKO, I think Merab gonna maul him.
Meanwhile, Merab Dvalishvili explained why he dislikes Umar Nurmagomedov, saying he felt disrespected after Umar called him a fake champion. He criticized Umar for relying on someone else to tweet on his behalf, questioning what kind of person does that. Merab emphasized that while his English isn't perfect, everything he posts on social media comes from him, even if he occasionally uses a translator to ensure his words are conveyed accurately.
Pretty much, let's just call it a spade that you don't like.
Yeah, number one thing, he wasn't respect me, and he called me fake champion, and he was, I don't know, he was tweeting, or maybe his assistant on whatever it is. I know he wasn't Ali. I know because Ali reached me out, and I talked Ali, and he wasn't helping him tweet. I know, I kind of know who was helping him tweeting, but what kind of man you are when somebody tweeting for you? And so yeah, I don't speak good English, and I can, I can speak. Maybe we can understand each other, but when I go Twitter, I make sure I ask my assistant or somebody, like maybe my friend, to translate this, and then make sure, but it's always my words, maybe help me to translate, but it's always me.
Merab Dvalishvili emphasized that he would never let anyone else tweet on his behalf, calling it disrespectful when Umar Nurmagomedov relied on others to post for him. He was particularly upset that Umar called him a fake champion, saying it showed a lack of respect for the title he earned. Merab stressed that being a champion requires earning it in the cage, and anyone claiming otherwise without proving themselves should at least show respect.
I will never let my manager or my friend or my brother to tweet for me to say words it's not even mine, So that was a lot of disrespectful words from him, from the Twitter. And also he did call me fake champion. And then, so what I was mad about most, he don't respect me as a champion. Yeah, it's a fight. We may lose. He was supposed to maybe beat. One punch can change everything. But I earned it. I earned it to get there. I was champion, and he should respect me, because you don't want to beat somebody disrespect. If you fighting for champion, and then you beat champion, you don't want to beat somebody stupid. You should give champion respect. That's why I was most mad about him.
Umar Nurmagomedov also reflected on his loss to Merab Dvalishvili at UFC 311, revealing he fought with a broken hand. He acknowledged that despite the injury, the fight was close, but admitted mistakes in the final minutes cost him the rounds. Umar insisted that next time will be completely different, promising a much stronger and more decisive performance in the rematch.
The last fight happened like I broke hand, and something go not like how I expect, right? And even with broke hand, I fought very well. It was a close fight, and my mistake in the last fight was, I think, the last 2 minutes in the last 2 rounds. I give it to him takedowns. It was a mistake. Because of that, I think the judges give it. But the next time it's gonna be a very different fight. No, it's gonna be not same, even not close to same.
Kamaru Usman praised Umar Nurmagomedov in third person for staying composed and believing in himself after his 18-fight unbeaten streak came to an end. He admired the way Umar handled the pressure, stayed locked in throughout fight week, and showed he could bounce back from adversity. Usman added that coming from a family with such a dominant legacy brings heavy expectations, and Umar responded the right way by refusing to let one setback turn into another.
Umar did this. Listen, this was, you broke an 18-0. Was it 18-0 streak?
No.
By losing that last one, you broke that streak. So listen, he needed to get this monkey off his back. You know that when you lose, it's like, yo, I got that funk on me. I got that thing on me. I gotta get this funk out, and you don't know how to get it off. So my man, listen, first and foremost, big shout out to Umar Nurmagomedov for staying poised, staying disciplined all through the week, staying confident in himself and his abilities, going in there, because it's big shadows that you have to fill here, because you were the first one to drop one. You can't go in there and drop 2. be the first one to drop 2 in a row. My man came up, he rose to the occasion, and he fought a game Bautista. Listen, I've been telling y'all, put some respect on this man's name, young man's name.
Meanwhile, Merab Dvalishvili also reveals his plan about moving up to the featherweight division and says he is currently focused on his weight class, especially with his upcoming fight against Peter Yan. He plans to compete in March and hopes to secure a spot on the White House card. After that, he will consider moving up to the 145-pound division, depending on how things unfold in that weight class.
When are you going to go up to a whole nother weight division and cement yourself as one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time?
Yeah. When it will be right time, I will go, no problem. But I think right now, I should be focused, and I am focused on my weight class. Especially, I have a now fight against Peter Yan. After, I want to fight in March. Whoever will be ready for March, I will fight. And I hope I will get this White House fight. And so after, we'll see. We'll see how the 145 division will be.
Merab Dvalishvili added that if the UFC asked him to move up, he would do it, but he wants to focus on his current weight class for now. He emphasized his respect for Alex Volkanovski as both a fighter and a person and said he prefers not to look too far ahead, keeping his attention on the fight at hand.
If UFC asks me to do it, I will do it. But like I mentioned before many times, I have so much respect for Volkanovski, and I know he's top challenge. And as a fighter, as a person, as a father, I have so much respect for him. And I want to focus for my weight class for now. Right now, I don't want to talk too much head off, So because it's a fight business, and
right.
Merab Dvalishvili already made it clear earlier that even if he eventually moves up in weight, he has no intention of ever fighting Alexander Volkanovski. He expressed that his respect and admiration for Volkanovski runs too deep for him to view the former champion as an opponent. For now, Merab remains focused on defending his belt in his current division, saying he'll only consider a move up after clearing out all contenders, and even then, he still wouldn't want to share the cage with Volkanovski.
I'm good where I'm at, and so number one, I have so much respect and love for Alexander Volkanovski, and I cannot never challenge him. He's great. As a person, as a fighter, as a father, and second, I have a tough opponent like Peter Yan, and after I'm sure UFC will have some opponent for me, and I want to focus for my weight class. And if UFC asks me, or if you really comes think that if I really don't have a really top opponent in my weight class, and if I really beat everyone, and then maybe I go up, but I still don't want to say that I want to fight Alexander Volkanovski. But I would like to take some super fights, maybe up weight class or something like that. I can take some more challenges.
On the other hand, Tim Welch also talked about Merab versus Yan matchup and hailed Merab Dvalishvili as the greatest bantamweight of all time, calling his dominance undebatable. He highlighted Merab's impressive win streak and the high-level opponents he's defeated, including Peter Yan, Corey Sandhagen, Umar Nurmagomedov, Henry Cejudo, and Jose Aldo. Welch emphasized that Dvalishvili's consistency and skill make him a serious problem for anyone in the division.
Merab Dvalishvili. Right now, it's really undebatable. This guy is the greatest bantamweight of all time, easily, and he's taken on Peter Yan. Peter Yan is a freak. This guy is on a 3-fight win streak against very tough opponent. He beat Yang Dadong, Song Yadong. He beat Davison Figueiredo, former 125 champion, and then Marcus McGee, who is an absolute stud. He's taken on Merab. Now, Merab, I'm pretty sure, shot on him 49 times, which is absolutely unheard of. Merab Dvalishvili, his win streak is insane. Everybody knows it. Corey, Shane, Umar, Shane, Henry Cejudo, Peter Yan, Jose Aldo, and this guy's a real problem.
Tim Welch also warned against underestimating Peter Yan, noting that many are counting him out at their upcoming fight. He pointed out that Yan may have been limited by a hand injury in their first match, which affected his power. Welch explained that Merab Dvalishvili's aggressive style makes him vulnerable when swinging for knockouts or TKOs, referencing how his chin looked exposed during a flurry against Corey Sandhagen. He added that Jan's boxing skill and precision with the small gloves give him a real chance to exploit that opening.
I tell you what, a lot of people are counting out Peter Yan, and I feel like they're making a mistake. This guy, supposedly, he had a broke hand in their first match, and when you watch them fight, it kind of does look like he has a broken hand. He's not winging it with full power. Now, Merab is hungry for a knockout. He's hungry for a knockout. He's hungry for a TKO, and that is where I think Peter Yan has the opportunity to crack Merab when Merab is swinging. You saw it against Corey Sandhagen when he really started to flurry against Corey Sandhagen. That chin is floating. That chin is floating, and Peter Yan is a master of boxing with little 4-ounce gloves. Anything can happen.
Tim Welch highlighted that Peter Yan faces an extraordinary opponent in Merab Dvalishvili, calling him a one-of-a-kind fighter. He noted that Dvalishvili's pace is unprecedented, referencing the 49 strikes he landed in 25 minutes against Yan previously. Welch emphasized that Yan is coming back hungry, knowing this could be his last title shot, and praised his boxing and wrestling defense. He explained that the key will be whether Yan can consistently defend against Dvalishvili's shots, counter quickly, and keep the pressure on to turn the fight in his favor.
With a one-of-a-kind fighter, a real freak of nature. I don't know if the UFC's ever really seen a guy like this. Name another guy who's shot 49 times in 25 minutes. And 50-45 a guy like Peter Yan. Peter Yan's coming back hungry. Peter Yan is coming back hungry. He knows this might be the last opportunity for him to fight for the title. So I would not count Peter Yan out. He's a very good master of boxing. He's got good wrestling defense. Can he keep it up? Can he keep it up? Can he stuff Merab's shots? And right after he stuffs them, get on Merab. Get on him and come out and start getting busy right away and start backing Merab up. Let's see what happens. I'm looking forward to it.
That's all for today's video. How do you see this matchup playing out? Drop your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos.